Welcome back
Hi.
to another look back at the past of our channel.
Yeah, the past year. Some of our favorite videos from the past year that we've made.
We just turned one, and today we're going to... Yeah. And today we're going to take a look at one of the two videos that we shot with Rodney Smith. We're going to look at the second one, and there's a reason for that. So...
Yeah. Oh, there is. There's a reason. Yes. I don't even know the reason, so I'm excited.
So the one of the
You're
big things...
You're going to definitely want to stick around because I don't even know.
Yeah. So one of the big things that we got to explain here is kind of the origin of the show, which we've never really talked about on camera before.
No, we've kept that locked away and secret from everyone. It's like the Colonel's secret recipe.
Exactly.
It's like the recipe for Coke.
It's one of the reasons why we have some very different looking videos on the channel.
Yes.
We have stuff that's shot in front of a live studio audience with a much different set than the studio that we have now. And then we have a lot of stuff that we do, like the crazy stuff where we're out and about on locations. And you're going to be seeing some more stuff that's in studio, which is a different studio. The reason for that is I think we started in 2018, actually.
Boy.
Yeah,
that's like
that long
70 years ago.
That's when I first started putting all this together. I have a production company, and the production company makes pilots for other companies. They come to me and they say, I got an idea, and then I make pilots for them. I got tired of doing that and wanted to have something that was my own IP that I could own. That way, when their pilot that I made for them did phenomenally well, maybe I could do phenomenally well.
Sure.
And I could continue working on the show. So we had just done a show called Forecast, which was about esports. And I was looking for something that was kind of like that. And I had a huge interest in board games.
And a huge collection of board games.
And not that big at the time.
No, but it was
comparatively.
Still big.
It was bigger than your average Joe, I guess. But not like, And so we settled on, very, very long story short, we settled on doing a show called Above Board. And we were doing it for, I had a number of, I had a television show and a movie on a particular streaming service. And so I had really great connections with that particular streaming service. And so I decided that, I would pitch it to them. And so we were doing this show for them.
For that, yes.
For that.
We started making the show for that.
Yes. And so we shot all over the world. We shot at Essen and London and all over the United States. And we shot 6 episodes.
And primarily in a studio, in front of a studio audience.
Right. And we shot 6 episodes, each an hour long, for streaming. And fast forward, as we're putting all this together, we shot the in-studio stuff in 2019. And then in 2020, we had just come off of doing the stuff on the Dice Tower cruise.
Yes.
And I believe we were at Gamma. I was at Gamma.
You were at Gamma.
And we were showing off
the show,
a completed episode to the industry. And we had a bunch of industry screenings and we were set to do the above the board sequences, which you've seen 2 on the channel, which it's where we shoot with the robotic camera and go along the board and we
very cinematic.
Yeah. It looks really great. That was because we didn't review the idea of the show was kind of Top Gear, but instead of it being about cars, it was about board games, CCGs, and tabletop role playing. And there were 2 hosts. There was me, and I was the guy who was the guru who knew everything about board games, and you were the Walmart or Target gamer who was into mass market, but was more of a normal, normal Joe who enjoyed games but wasn't obsessed with them like I was.
Yeah, as a hobby, just as fun on the side.
So that was like the host dynamic, and each episode had kind of a storyline, which you've never seen any of that. Each episode had a very specific arc that was happening within the episode.
Over the whole hour.
Right. That was kind of weaving stuff together. And this video was actually supposed to be, so we did a video previously, and this was supposed to be episode 6, which of the
series
of the 6 episodes we shot, which is our Essen special. And in episode 3, we had a bit with Rodney Smith where he taught myself and Beth Leckby how to play rock, paper, scissors.
Yes.
A really, really funny bit. And he gets really upset because we're just really bad at learning rock, paper, scissors. And he's like the calmest guy in the world and the best game teacher out there. So this is actually a runner. It's 3 small pieces in which we revisit the whole bit with Rodney and say the fact that Rodney is angry with me now, that he is so angry over what has happened that he will not let me watch videos. But this was shot, and the idea behind this, again, you're not seeing all the stuff that happens before
the
it, and all
is not there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But we are in the studio as if we were shooting from Germany.
Yes.
Alone, and Leif and I are just kind of waiting for the rest of the cast to get there. But they're all out at Essen.
Yeah.
In fact, the entire episode is us
at Essen,
more or less alone in the studio, because everybody else is away doing things at Essen. And so keep that in mind when you're watching that.
So all that setup.
Yeah. So
for this video.
So this was designed to be a television show. Now the reason it's not a TV show is, like I said before,
something happened in 2020.
Something happened in 2020, and we had shot everything but the above the board sequences, and they were extremely expensive to shoot, and we had 10 of them that we had to do.
Yeah,
and we were set to shoot those in March of 2020.
Yep,
and something happened.
I don't remember
that didn't allow us to do that, or allow us to go back into production for 2.5 years. And by then, our contract with said streaming service was over. So it didn't become a television show.
So now you guys get it.
Yeah. So now we just start putting them out on the YouTubes and as well as making new material.
Aren't you happy about that? Isn't that great?
Didn't that work out perfect?
It's all in your favor.
Yeah, and no one was hurt.
No, it didn't break our hearts at all.
Nobody lost hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. All right. So we're going to take a look at this, and I'll kind of explain some stuff as we move along. Logo.
Old. Bye, game. Bye-bye.
Rodney won't let me watch any of his videos.
What do you mean he won't let you?
Well, let me bring one of his videos up and I'll show you.
Hi, welcome to Watch It Played. My name is
Hey,
Rodney
that's really him.
And in this video, we're going to learn absolutely nothing.
So I should tell you, Rebellion. So Rodney has an ongoing joke on his channel.
Oh, he does.
That he will not teach how to play Rebellion. And it's, I guess, requested constantly. And it's just become a thing that's kind of a humorous thing of his, that he will not teach Rebellion.
That's awesome.
And so when he put this together for us, because he actually shot this at his studios in Prince Edward Island, Canada, we're finding out why nobody ever gets to see him teach Rebellion. Because I screwed this up for everybody. is what he's indicating.
I do love the limited edition print of the Amazing Spider-Man that's right there in the shelf.
Yeah.
Nice.
Spider-Man's just everywhere.
It is.
Yeah.
Because Travis is watching right now. Look, I've explained this before. I'm sorry I have to do it again, but I refuse to teach any games while Travis is watching. Travis, you know what you did. So, when he leaves, I'll continue. I got all the time in the world, Travis.
And Rodney was amazing.
He's great.
Can I just say, like he was so funny. Everything we shot with Rodney, and we were going to set this up so that if we got picked up for a second season, that like Rodney we had a whole line about Rodney trying to kill me.
Yep.
You know, and like and all this, and me being completely oblivious to it, and just how Rodney was my was
new nemesis, or you
new
were
nemesis.
his
I
nemesis.
had a lot of nemesi. Yeah, exactly. And he was just so wonderful to work with. I'm saddened that we haven't been able to do something else with him.
Seriously.
Great comedic
How are you
timing.
doing this?
I do not know. Oh, he's Canadian. Maybe he's a warlock.
What would him being Canadian have to do with him being a warlock?
I don't know.
So
Black
he shot
magic
this
seems like a
footage on his
Canadian-
own, right?
Yeah, he did.
So he prepped that bag by cutting the top off. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
That it's a half bag so that he can get into the chips easier.
Yeah.
Like that's smart. Like that's straight up like a props department would have spent time to do that, and
Sure.
Rodney did it on his own.
What's crazy too is I don't even know if I sent him a script. Like I think I told him what we wanted to do.
Right.
But then I think I got a video from him and I'm like, I just threw this together the other night. Tell me if it works or you need me to do something else. And I didn't change it. I mean, we edited it. He had a couple different takes of a variety of things. And
Magic seems like a Canadian thing.
How long will he keep doing this?
As long as I'm watching.
How does he know? Wait, so if you stop,
The moment I stop watching, he will start doing the video again.
huh?
so in the studio, we showed this footage up on, there was a big giant screen. And so the audience was watching the video along with it. So that's how they were able to react to it.
You don't believe me? Yep.
Oh my God.
I know, right? He had the box upside down.
That's what you got from that.
Look, we should probably get back to the show, huh?
I mean, my whole perspective of the world has shifted.
So there were takes where the box was not upside down.
Oh yeah. So that it was upside down for being upside down.
Yes. I just made it part of the bit because the takes with the box upside down were so much better than the takes with the box right side up. It was just they were
That's
cleaner.
what you got from that.
Look, we should probably get back to the show, huh?
I mean, my whole perspective of the world has shifted. I mean, maybe Rodney Smith is a warlock.
So then in the show, like other things would happen and we'd come back to this. And this is the only part that in this little thing that we show that actually indicates that we were at Essen.
Yep.
Is this little bit here.
Whoa. Oh, hey, man.
This is the Murph brothers, and this was an ongoing joke with us and the Murph brothers.
Hey.
As
Is this
seen
all that?
in the chicken video.
In the chicken video as well. And in a couple other
No,
places.
you're not even in the right building.
This is supposed to be Hall G.
All the letters in German. I don't know where I am, man.
All the letters in German.
Who were those guys?
I have no idea.
Every time. I have no idea.
Okay, so I am watching a Rodney Smith video right now, and you are telling me that if I turn the screen to you, he will stop doing what he's doing.
That's my understanding.
And that's how you collect victory points. The game is played over.
And again, I didn't tell him to do this whole thing with the rebellion. I just love that, like, people
the
who
thing.
follow Rodney Smith
We'll get it, yeah.
get the fact that
series of rounds, and each round is broken into 3 phases. And the first phase is waiting for Travis to stop watching. I wasn't kidding, Travis. I'm serious. I'm not teaching this game until you're gone. You did this to yourself. I remember what you put me through. It was pure hell. And now I have to teach all these tutorial videos live just so I can monitor when you might be watching. It's ridiculous. I'm a stubborn man, Travis. You broke me, Travis. I'll never be the same again.
and I'm a real fan of, I remember before we came up with this Rodney bit, we had something where my character might hate Tom Hanks.
Sure, yes.
Oh, we talked about like having this whole bit where I hated Tom Hanks because picking someone who's like the nicest person in the world and have that be your nemesis somehow is just like for me, that's really funny.
Right.
And so And if you've ever met Rodney at a con or had any dealings with him, he is just the salt of the earth. He's the sweetest human being. And so the idea just that
he has this mean streak in him is just so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Or the fact that I could get under the skin of that guy.
Yep.
You know. You know, this thing. So when we do this in front of a live studio audience, we often have a couple different, we do it a couple times. And for some reason, we picked the take where the audience was sad.
Yeah.
That Rodney was sad.
Yes.
Because that did get, him crying got laughs, but we didn't pick that one. No. We do not sweeten the laughter in these bits at all. It's what the audience did, the audience did.
You made Rodney Smith cry.
I know.
You have a bad habit of doing that to people.
I know.
And so this bit was supposed to be after credits. This was an after credit sequence in the episode. And by the way, this was a surprise to the audience. They did not know that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That was really cool because Rodney just happened to be in town.
Yep. So
and we're like, we didn't plan for that, but like you wanna like hide in the back and then come out and the audience loved the fact that he was actually there.
And he liked being there too.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was great to have him there so we could get that little bit in at the end and that's it. That's it for that.
That's the whole video.
But yeah, so I don't know. One of these days, I'd be very interested to release the actual television shows in their entirety. Because it's a very different experience.
It is.
To watch the show with its flow. And like I said,
all the context and all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah. For example, like in the one that we were showing off, the one that we finished before the fall, there was this whole thing with the Monopoly corner.
Yes.
Where our intern Curtis starts out in the Monopoly corner, and then you get thrown into the Monopoly corner.
Then I get punished, and I have to go sit in the Monopoly corner.
And to punish to get to play Monopoly, and you never, we really.
There's no way to.
Nobody gets to see any of that
nobody
stuff.
Gets to see that.
And a lot of the little jokes that happen between the bits, like there was this whole bit.
Likewise, I love the bit with locking Brett in an escape room in his own house.
Yeah. Have we ever aired that?
No.
Oh, because we don't know how to exactly do the three.
We can't. Again, we can't. It's hard.
I still feel like we could put that out somewhere because that is an extremely funny bit. You're right. We do a little bit where we locked Brett into an escape room in his bedroom.
Yeah.
But there was a whole thing where Brett was selling Herbalife.
Yep.
That was another episode. I think that was episode 1.
Because he's broke.
He was selling Herbalife, and Herbalife was after him. And then Kurt, the sound guy, was also doing Herbalife, and the producer was doing Herbalife. And it was this whole thing of us trying to stop Herbalife from taking over the show. Yeah. But in each one of these, there was one where Curtis got a tattoo. That Kurt gave him a prison tattoo, and all this other kind of stuff that there's really no way to put into short form because it wouldn't make any sense. There's no way to edit it for you guys to see that stuff. And I think that some of the funniest stuff on the show was those little stream of conscious interstitials.
If you do want to see that stuff, let us know.
If there's enough demand, I mean, we'll
find a way to make it happen.
Throw out the full hour, at least of the finished pilot.
Yeah.
We could definitely put that online if you guys are interested. It's an interesting look at what the show would have been. Very different show than what you're seeing in front of you now.
Yeah.
But
different, not better.
So let us know. Leave a comment.
Yeah.
Subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Like this video if you liked it. And if you don't like it, you still like it. Because we want you to like it.
Find somebody else who hasn't watched the video.
And
have them like it.
Yeah.
They don't have to watch it necessarily, but if they like it, they can subscribe. They can subscribe too. In fact, I want you to take whatever device you're using right now and just go around to random people and force them to subscribe to the channel.
Force them.
Yeah.
If anything, we want an audience that is forced to watch us.
That's how this
That's how
whole
you get
industry
success.
works.
Okay.
That's how.
Walk away with that.
All right.
Well, thank you again.
Yep.
And
I think we
until
got a
next
couple more of
time.
these.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Stick around. We'll show you some more stuff.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.